What is up, NoDream fam, NoDream Nation? I don't know what to call y'all yet, but we'll come up with something. I think we're rocking with NoDream Nation so far. But welcome back to the podcast. It's like the little introduction section I normally do. But instead, I want to use it to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to all the people that have been supporting us since last year. We made it through 2020. It was tough for us. It was tough for everybody. But you guys supported us. You joined the movement. We did podcasts, music, and through it all, your support was there. And we're gonna do our best this year to uphold your standards and for placing so much faith in us and this platform and entrusting us with it. And we'll do our best not to let you down. We got projects in the works. We got music in the works. I did promise to have a solo album out, so I will have that out sometime this year. I don't know, it's a lot of work, but I'm definitely excited for this coming year. We have another group project coming out that we want to work on, and more podcasts. We're always taking steps forward, so I'm really excited for 2021. So this podcast is just going to be about last year, just a recap of all the stuff that we did, and we're just going to talk about just last year in general and what the coming year is going to look like for us. So, subscribe, all that. We're at 95 subscribers, I think. We're so close to 100, so we just need 5 more people. So just hit that like button, that subscribe button, and yeah, enjoy the podcast. So for this episode, we wanted to keep it simple and just make a 2020 recap, and maybe hit on some of the New Year's resolution stuff like that. We're just gonna keep it simple. So how would you describe 2020 in one word? If you had to sum it up.
Sorry.
It was a
lot happened during 2020.
Yeah, a lot of them.
You have to think of a good word for 2020. It's
Do
hard.
you have the full list of stuff?
Super calculated.
I didn't make a list. I just went through it.
Because we had COVID, then something about aliens, then something about the whole police brutality thing. We had about
the George. But I almost forgot about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly,
George
I feel like 2020 was one of the. It was one of the worst years, but also had a lot of fun stuff to it too. A lot of it was fun and bad at the same time.
Well,
for some reason,
the fun side. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say for some reason at the start of 2020, everybody was like, yeah, this year's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I think it's because we hyped it up so much or something that it let us down. But since we hyped it up so much, since bad things happened, it made it even worse.
Well, all I can say is that 2021 has a very, very low bar to be better than 2021 has a very low bar to be better than 2020.
I think this year is gonna be pretty bad.
I feel like it's not.
I don't expect much from this year.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be better.
I don't think
it's just time.
I don't think it's gonna be worse, but I don't think it's gonna be better.
So what did you guys do? We'll come back to this, but what did you guys do for New Year's? As a New Year's celebration?
We really just sat at home.
We watched a movie. Then before the countdown, we watched that Passion thing.
You watched Passion. So I noticed this, right? Weather, I was expecting the last day of 2020, it rained, the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so fitting.
Yeah.
It just rained. And then today it rained too, right?
Yeah.
And today's the first.
There was a tornado warning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, today's the first. We starting out the year wrong.
There was a tornado warning too.
I would say 2020 was bad, circumstantially, but it was what we made it. And even in our good years, there was still bad stuff happening.
It's weird. It's I feel I don't know why. Because 2020 sucks. I'm kind of miss it. God.
Yeah.
During quarantine, during the summer.
Yeah.
Last year, you really figured out who your real friends were.
Bro.
You really figured it out.
That's true.
I'm with my friends. Personally, I developed so much, individually.
Sometimes, I guess, sometimes getting out your comfort zone is good too. That's what happened to all of us during 2020.
But now I'm stuck in my comfort zone.
A lot of stuff happened for me.
Yeah.
But
we lost
at the same time, it helped and it did. It was you got to get out your comfort zone, but now you're more comfortable.
Pre-COVID, I didn't really stay in my house that much, in my room. So before COVID started, right?
Oh, yeah.
I had my futon in here, in my room. I don't have a bed, I just have a futon. I had a futon. I had one dresser thing, and then a small chair. And my walls were blank. And now I got LEDs in one small corner. I got a dresser. I got a table. I got a setup now.
You showed
I put one thing on my wall. I put a small, outdated Japanese calendar from 2006 on my wall.
I got a calendar for 2000.
But yeah, my room became much more than a place where I stopped at. It became
A home.
Yeah, like my house became like a home to me. Like before, it was like a place that okay, I come back here when I go from out there, but now it's like I stay here and I go out there. I don't know. It just feels it feels like a house. Yeah. And then I remember the very beginning of quarantine, like we couldn't see each other because everybody was like, stay home, stay home. Mm-hmm. So I remember you got Breath of the Wild on your Switch. So I got it too. I wanted it for a long time, but I guess you getting it kind of pushed me to get it because like, I'm just gonna go and buy it and play it. And like stuff like that, like video games is like a huge thing for me. Like this year. So what were some of the biggest things that kept you guys sane and entertained?
Anime, movies, like all the movies that came out.
They're in quarantine, bro. Video games is what helped.
Yes, me and Steven played this one game called Grounded, bro.
Oh yeah, I heard
Steven had COVID and you were.
Yeah, we were.
Well, you already y'all remember like 2 weeks playing video games.
We were playing that mess like that.
Yeah. And I remember all of us were playing Rocket League and all that.
Oh yeah, that was fun too. We did do that.
Yeah, so interesting. You were in school, right, during that time, or were you already out of school?
You were in school.
I was in school.
You were still in school. Yeah. So what was the whole process like of being? I wouldn't say kicked out of school because that makes it sound bad. But like, was it really sudden for you?
No, it was different.
Was it like you were at school one day and then the very next day they were like, hey, don't come to school?
Actually, yeah. You talking when we first got quarantined?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was for us too.
Yeah.
Well, for us, it was like break, right?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Or was it break for y'all too? I don't think it was break for you.
No, I think what happened was we were on break and we were about to go back, but it was like
what happened was we were at school and literally like a whole school was saying next week the governor's probably gonna shut the schools down, but like the next day they shut the schools down.
Yeah, I was like excited.
We got home, bro, and I was like no more school for the rest of the year, and then he said school's back on online.
Everybody was thinking there was gonna be no more school.
Yeah, and then even when you went back on school, everything you did, your grades couldn't even drop the whole time. You didn't have to do any work, but the only thing your grades could do was go up. That's what made it easy. Yeah, so I made like all A's last year.
I watched like so many movies. I read like a lot of manga books and all that. Music. I don't know.
The only thing
that's always been a big thing. But like, a lot of the smaller things in life became so much more important, especially movies. Like my mom was always watching in the living room. Like I just popped one on if I was bored. YouTube, like content creators, like that sort of stuff. Twitch streamers. Yeah, I don't know. It was just an interesting year. Who have those type of jobs? So what about? Okay, so we hit on the beginning of quarantine, like what it was like. So how was your mental state during quarantine? Like what did it feel like in the beginning compared to? Because technically we're still in.
Oh, when I was actually quarantined, I wanted to get up out of bed. I was like, bro, let me get out of here.
So it was like when you didn't have COVID, like when you were just at home.
I still thought kind of the same.
I mean, last year's summer break, literally like the only thing, it's like, it feels like you forgot it. It feels like it was so long ago. Yeah, last year's summer break, but like, it was like, because everything, there was so much stuff happening.
Yeah.
But I remember like, literally the whole time during summer break, we went like one place. We went to North Carolina for like 3 days. And then we came back.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, after that, literally, like all we did was just chill. I remember it was like me and Kobe and Buddy both at our house.
Oh yeah, Buddy did come to our house.
Yeah, and our air conditioning went out, so it was like, it was like the whole summer break. It was like sucky, but like it was pretty good at the same time.
I remember
other because like, being cooped at the house just sucks.
Yeah, I remember it had been 3 weeks since I seen you because y'all were on vacation like you said.
Yeah.
But during the whole lockdown thing, I remember I went outside and there was not a single car on the street. Nobody was out of their house.
I remember the whole thing with like toilet paper. No,
yeah,
what's the point?
People were panicking buying toilet paper and water and all that sort of stuff. There was no cars on the road. It was like a ghost town. I remember.
People just freak out for no reason.
Yeah, I went up. I met you at the school. That's between the houses.
We did. We used to like walk up there because we were so close.
Yeah, and there was nobody. There was literally nobody outside. It was like a ghost town. The sky was like this weird yellowish grayish.
It felt really weird during that time.
Yeah,
I was like,
last year's summer it was just like
it
was a vibe, but it sucked at the same time.
During those times, it was like, yeah, we actually are in a pandemic. Now it's just like, this is a pandemic, but at the same time, there's not a pandemic.
Yeah,
that's what it's like now.
Yeah, like I had to write an essay for one of my classes last semester, and I did like a speech at the end, and I was talking about some of the lasting effects COVID will have on like the world, and like at the beginning of quarantine, like wearing a mask, I was like, bruh, that thing hurts my ears. I can barely breathe.
Literally, the beginning of quarantine, it was like the mask was like, if you didn't wear that mask, bro, you're gonna die. If you didn't wear the mask,
exactly.
I was like scared. I wouldn't have my mask on. Because like if you have asthma, you're compromised.
Like now, like
Compromise.
Yeah.
before I grab my keys, like it just feels natural to grab my mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, so what kind of fashionable mask do I want to wear now? Like
I want to see what kind of fashion mask they make.
Yeah.
now.
Literally towards the end of this year, I just thought I don't even care about the mask anymore.
Yeah. Like it just feels
Because
like
I've
second
been
nature.
there's people catching it with the mask on. So
Yeah.
Like if I'm going, I haven't been doing it like at church, but I thought like go to the store, I like naturally just put it on.
nah, even going to the store, I don't put it on.
Then every time you go to work and everything, you gotta always put it on.
I would say though, a mask does kind of make me feel better. Cause like before, like I'll be walking around in public, and like I'll be listening to music in my AirPods, but people couldn't see that I have it on because I have long hair, and I'll be mouthing the words. People be like, "Huh? What'd you say to me?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't say anything." But now that I got a mask on, I can kind of just, nobody can see.
I feel like after this quarantine too, like even if we don't need masks, people are gonna be like still wearing them or something.
Yeah,
Like, actually,
I would.
let's keep this mask trend going.
Yes. Yeah. I'm generally more introverted, but I do have like a really strong extrovert side sometimes. But like, I'm the type of person that when I go to the grocery store, I'd like sit in the parking lot for a little bit and like gather myself, like, okay, we're gonna go in the store and get this.
I just saw somebody post
Go
something
back.
about that.
Yeah, I'm like that kind of person. So like now, because everybody just wants to go in the store, get what they want, and go home because COVID, I kind of like that better.
You actually sit in the parking lot and think about what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I do that before. I do that today.
I don't
I
want to
just
be
go.
talking to people.
I
in the
just go
store.
in.
I don't want to talk to people in the store. Like, okay, like certain
I'll just be
people,
like, it's gonna happen. So
like certain people that I know, if I see you in the store, I'll be like, hey, what's up? It's been a long time. But like some people, I'm just like, I'm just here for this, and I want to go back home. I want the minimal social interaction possible.
dang, I don't really care. Like if it happens, but alright.
Yeah, I just prefer not to.
Yeah.
I don't know. And COVID has just made me more of a, like you said, a homebody, a recluse.
I like how the mask is like gives you like a different identity or something.
Yeah,
Because
it makes you seem mysterious.
I'd be like seeing people at work, and then I saw them like at a party we had. I was like, that's what you look like. I was like, dang. Like
My
you
teacher
look,
looks
like
ugly,
people
though.
look people look completely different without
I'm
the mask.
not gonna hold you, bro. My teacher take her mask off. I was like, oh my god.
Like some people look better with the mask on, and some people look better without it on.
So what about the social distancing thing? How'd you guys get used to that?
What's that?
Me, I don't care if people get close to me, but if I don't get up on other people.
So you guys naturally, like, okay, for example, at church, right? Like the first few weeks, church was starting back. Like people were literally like abiding by the 6 foot rule.
Yeah,
I
They
didn't
were
care.
strictly sticking
Now
to
it's
it.
just like,
Now it's just like that.
Literally, I could care less. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Only reason we were being strict about it was because Grandpa was at our house and he was old. But after that, I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
no, we definitely don't do that at our house.
Yeah, like when
Y'all do that?
Grandpa was alive,
No,
baby.
social distancing.
Yeah.
Remember when Grandpa was alive? We had to make sure we wash our hands out, all that.
Yeah. I remember when that's when COVID first did.
Yeah, after
We
that,
literally
after
made
that,
our own hand. We literally made our own hand sanitizer.
Yeah. After that, though,
I remember you telling me.
Like we were taking that junk serious.
literally after August, I didn't even care at
I
all.
was taking it serious. I was like, dang, I'm actually kind of worried. I don't want to get that junk.
One of the positive effects of COVID was like I believe that it like increased the general public's awareness of like health and like how germs are spread
I mean,
and all that sort of stuff.
that should have been known already.
Yeah, but like nobody was actually like trying to take steps.
Yeah.
Props to those who were washing their hands before it was a trend.
Yeah, before it was a trend to wash your hands. Before COVID.
Good job, guys.
If you wash your hands before COVID, you were a real one.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that stuff happened. What?
Dirty
How
nails.
long ago was
COVID
that?
didn't even change. Dude.
So COVID started probably May, right? Around March?
No, it started.
Or,
Quarantine actually started in February.
I still don't look.
COVID
It
started in
started
December. COVID started in December, and it spread to the U.S. quickly.
yeah. So then our whole quarantine started. You said when? February?
It started like in February. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like
so-
towards the end of February
been
or
that
April.
long.
Yeah, I know.
It
was like the end of
So
April.
we were in quarantine March.
Dang,
April,
let us enjoy
May.
our year.
Yeah.
All the stuff we had planned for this year was complete. Well, last year.
Yeah, for last year.
Actually, it was either March or April. I don't know if it was February. I really can't remember. It was one of those 3 months.
COVID freaking ruins
It's
it.
probably April. March. It was probably.
It had to be March or
I remember during the summer months, like that's when TikTok started becoming like a huge thing because of COVID.
People were so into TikTok. That's why they started making so much money and got so much
COVID,
popularity.
Zoom.
Yeah, we have it.
A lot of businesses profited off the stuff that was going on. I remember. Did you guys try any new things because of COVID?
Probably, I just can't remember.
Do you like? Okay, so I remember I went through a couple of phases.
This man tried a lot of things.
Yeah, I tried learning, acrobatics, that sort of stuff.
This man tried a sword.
Oh, I tried learning piano for a little bit, and during the summer, I learned like a couple songs. I forgot them all.
Nice.
You did start playing piano.
Yeah, at least you tried something.
I learned like a couple of simple songs, and then I just forgot all of them when school started.
All right, so church stuff. How was that?
Church? That's lit. I mean,
with like COVID, because we had to do like instead.
I like how the church still tried to do like events, even though
we still tried.
Yeah, we had Wobblezar and everything. It was humid as crap.
There was moves until it got canceled.
I do admire like the tenacity of the church. Like they could have just given up.
They tried their best.
Yeah, they did try their best.
Yeah, they did.
It was a lot harder to reach people though.
I think it was fun. I got added to the SALT team.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm on SALT team. We've been there we've been at that for like since July.
I feel like the importance of like reaching people through social media has like skyrocketed because people are now like realizing the power that social media has.
Yeah.
Like before, church would be like, okay, let's see, 1800s, 1900s, people would be like, church, where do we go on Sunday? There's no other place to go. Church, obviously. Like a church being there was enough for people just to go. But like now, like in our generation, a church just being there isn't enough for people to want to go to church. So like,
it's because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So many.
Well, not just that. Like, there's a lot of more. There's a lot of different views now. A lot more different views now than there were a long time ago, or not even that long ago.
Constantly growing too.
Yeah. Okay, so we went through June, July.
Already saw it.
All that feels like a blur. August, September.
The only thing I hated about COVID, it's not like the sickness itself, even though that's bad because it has been like killing people. That's really bad stuff. Yeah. The only thing that's like more for me is like all this stuff here.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember Converge.
Yes. Like all the stuff we usually do during the year, it ruined everything.
Yeah.
It ruined vacations, Converge, birthdays. I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty bad.
All the church things we
Christmas
usually do.
stuff.
Wind sheet.
We're having fire tornadoes and stuff.
Yeah, we were. I forgot about that.
The fire tornadoes. Yeah. It was 2020 was crazy.
Kobe Bryant passed away.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Black Panther passed away.
Have you seen those jokes on TikTok where like the guy gets to heaven? No, the angel's talking to God, and it feels like a scheduling mistake. Like he meant for it to be spread out. Like all the bad stuff wasn't supposed to be happening in 2020. Yeah, like all the bad stuff happened in 2020.
Everything combined in 2020, bro.
Yeah. So interesting segue. Would you say the things that happened in 2020 got big?
God allowed. I think we.
So like the natural occurrences, for example, like I mentioned, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the storms, like that sort of stuff. Like the earthquakes that were going on. Do you think God allowed those?
Okay.
What is your opinion on it?
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
I would say all the. I don't know. I guess like maybe he did allow it because there's probably been like a lot of things that we need to like address. There's been a lot of things we need to address over the years and everything.
Ultimately, God was in control of 2020, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that happened in 2020 that was because of man. Like a lot of the bad things that happened, it was like sin and error. Like that people were totally
so much all this emotion being important to all these things that happened.
Yeah, and all that sort of stuff.
All those riots and everything.
Yeah, the riots.
I remember that. I forgot about that. Like the riots.
Oh, that was a whole segment.
Like people used to like stand on the side of that, on the corners and everything.
Yeah, people chanting.
And hold up signs.
Riots. Yeah, seeing it all on the news.
Yeah, and people were like, "Yeah, just because this happened doesn't mean I'm gonna stop talking about it." Where are those people at now? That stuff's not being talked. That stuff is not being talked about anymore.
Everything.
And it's only been like a couple.
Anonymous showed up.
It's just a
online
trend.
group on Twitter.
Oh yeah. It's only been like a few months after that incident too.
I haven't heard anything about it.
All that racial stuff has died down. Nobody's talking about it.
It's literally
It's just all. It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
On that note, is the vaccine already rolled out?
Yeah, there's a vaccine.
Okay, so the vaccine rolled out in December, and now we have to face whether or not people should take it or not.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I've seen mixed things about that, about what people post.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna dive into that. So what do you guys think about this coming year? Like coming out of such a bad time, out of such a bad year. Do you guys feel optimistic for this coming year?
I don't feel optimistic. I'm just like, compared to 2020, I still think there's gonna be some dumb stuff that's gonna happen. But I think compared to 2020, it's not gonna be as bad. That's what I'm hoping.
There's like a fresh start.
Actually,
like
I'm
it's
hoping.
a new beginning for you.
My hope is really low, but I hope that there's gonna be some type of fresh start. But with all like the way things have gone, with like the candidacy and everything, even though I'm not so big into politics, but I like know some of the views that they stand for. With all this stuff that's been happening, the chances of it like being a fresh start is gonna be really low.
Okay, so not on like a worldwide scale, but what about for you personally?
Oh,
What's
personally?
a fresh start?
Yeah, I'm always like more of an optimistic person. So whenever there's a first start that I can take, I usually have very high hopes that something can change.
Yeah, so Corey Kenshin, one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch all the time, I was watching like his end of the 2020, like his last video he posted, and he made this one comment. He was like, I want you to promise me that every day of the next year, you're gonna do at least one thing that gets you closer to like your dreams and your goals and like that sort of thing. So what are some things that like you want to accomplish in 2021?
Things I want to accomplish.
Yeah, what are some things you want to accomplish?
I definitely want to be more independent. And I've been telling myself I wanted to get in shape like last year. Like people were, I guess I'm not like big or anything, but obviously I want to be in better shape than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always be better.
Yeah, there's always something that can be better. And I don't know, my dreams are always changing, but there's always been stuff that I've always like continuously like movies and everything. There's definitely like dreams that we kind of like share that we want to accomplish as friends too, like as our NoDream group, and that we want to like be big on the podcast and everything. So like I guess one of my dreams is like hopefully getting this podcast thing growing really big. That'd be really nice.
Yeah. What about you, Kevin? You got any goals for this coming year?
Like when I'm around, the one thing I always is that I know things like when I'm around family and friends and stuff. Like I'll act like myself and I'll talk a lot with them,
Yeah.
and I'll talk like, a lot around my friends. But when I go to school and church and stuff, I don't talk at all.
Yeah.
I'm like super quiet. And like the only reason I do that is because like I need to get rid of the habit of caring people think about me.
Yeah.
I get super embarrassed easily. Like and it's really easy to see too. Right now, it's easy to see.
Yeah.
You can see how my face changes when I'm talking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was that face be looking serious? You look.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, that's like
maybe shift towards being more outgoing, that sort of thing.
That's kind of one of the things I had to change a lot.
You can get on stage at church now and stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
That did happen. That
And I
did
noticed
happen.
before
Towards
that-
the very beginning, you're
Before
like,
that,
oh,
you
I'm
wouldn't
not
do
going
that.
there. Yeah.
I'm like nowadays, I'm like, dang, I wish I could do that.
You're like, no, I'm not going up there.
That
Yeah.
ask it. I could ask a question in front of the class. I'm like,
That did happen to me. Like one of the things I was really trying to change. I was like, I just wanted to be like, I didn't want to care about what people thought. I just wanted to do the things that I liked because I regretted not doing something because I was worried about what somebody said.
Yeah.
like I'll go into it with a mindset of I want to do everything, but deep down I just don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, when I first went to Shirley Hills, I was definitely like kind of like nervous at first, but I guess it just kind of like grew. But
and then like with you going up in youth group and like James being going, I like people I talk to in youth group.
Yeah.
And like I just don't talk to anybody really. Like I felt like a couple people every once in a while. Like, in general, I'm
Yeah.
So any more goals, ambitions, plans?
get in shape.
I'm hoping like, I don't know, maybe like not hope something successful happens this year. Like something crazy. Like somebody like big like recognizes us or something. I don't know.
Crazy.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, okay, for me personally, I guess I'm not so going to get on in the beginning, I don't really know dream stuff.
Actually, I
Some of the other stuff.
I forgot to add that part. I forgot about being in the word too. That's definitely something. That shows where my mind's been at. I'm more worried about success than being in God's word. Yeah, that's something I definitely need to work on.
Yeah, and you definitely matured a lot too.
Mm.
Like old Kobe wouldn't have like noticed that.
No, I did. I probably wouldn't have talked about it.
Yeah, you wouldn't have talked
I noticed.
about it.
I usually try to notice everything about myself, though.
But, yeah, I only have the many goals and ambitions. I want to read some stuff, write more, write books, songs.
Yeah, I remember you used to be writing books all the time. Yeah. You'd be coming up with ideas, but you never, like, wrote it, maybe. I don't even know. I don't know what you did.
The whole book thing.
Yeah.
I definitely, like I said, I said to you guys last year, I want to put out like a personal album before like the year's over.
Yeah.
So NoDream does have some stuff going on behind the scenes that we're planning. Don't want to mention it yet because we're still working out the details. But yeah, last year I did promise that this year I want to put out like a personal EP or album or something like that. And I do still plan on doing that. So that's one thing I want to do. Like you said, shape.
Oh, getting shape.
Yeah, staying. Well, not necessarily getting shape because like my body is naturally like. Yeah, I'm naturally athletic.
You're not gonna get much smaller.
Yeah,
you're just trying to get toned up.
Yeah, just get toned. Like,
for me, I feel like I don't know. There's probably not much. There's not much more I can lose. No, there's definitely some, but like I can
probably
get
the same, just tone.
Yeah, I can get toned.
Cause like once you tone your body, it'll just drop that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to finish the logo stuff because I have to learn a lot too. I have to learn music production because I need to learn how to do beats and all that. Because I can do lyrics but not beats. I have to learn graphic design for logos. I have to learn embroidery and like all that sort of stuff for merch designs. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta work on and learn. But I'm excited personally. I know 2020 is about to be really, really hype. Because it's about
2021.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
2021 is
I be
about to be
forgetting
really
too.
hype.
You know that
it's about
feeling?
to be an amazing year for anime.
You know, like whenever you go back to school and like the year changes and you're like used to writing that same number, then when the new year comes, you're like,
wait,
Joe.
you erase it real quick?
Yeah, I'll be like, dang, I put the wrong date again.
Yeah.
I won't get that feeling anymore.
Star Wars and Marvel about to have a huge year.
Yes.
That Star Wars anime is coming out.
Wait, that's actually a thing.
Yeah. Star Wars Visions. It was one of the things that was released. A studio in Japan is animating it. So.
That thing's pretty fun.
Yeah, let's go. Gaming. If I can finally get my hands on the PS5. Anybody out there trying to?
Oh yeah, around spring is probably when like everything's gonna die down.
Yeah.
And you can like get that retail price.
Yeah, that'd be a huge year for gaming too. Sports, with the vaccine, sports should be kicking back in. The world's gonna be opening back up. I know as far as I know, a lot of the things that the church has planned for the summer are still on too. So far.
Remember when you were talking about how Move wasn't canceled? Like literally the day before, I like looked on Instagram and was like,
Move is canceled.
I was like,
I repeat, Move is canceled.
I was like, bro, what the heck?
If you don't know, Move is a huge conference. Well, I say huge, but it's a really big conference from all over our state come to.
Yeah. Move was always good, but to be honest, I wasn't looking forward to any of those people that were gonna be singing there.
Yeah, like when I went when I was a little kid, they had like a really good lineup.
Yeah, the lineup that was coming for this one, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I ain't with that.
I just like socializing.
Yeah, it is.
The people who talk there.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I remember that Indian
Yeah,
dude.
funny guy.
Nine was all.
Yeah, he was
I
talking
follow
about
him on
his story.
Instagram.
Yeah, I remember I got his book, but I never read it. But his testimony was pretty good.
Yeah, it was interesting.
You never really you don't hear a lot of supernatural testimonies.
So, bright things going forward, I guess. Any final statements?
The big thing for me is like I be having like a lot of dreams, but I need to like focus on one. And it's definitely like a big thing for like college kids because like they're trying to figure out their path and everything. And they're like worried about all these things they could be done, but they don't try to focus on one thing. One of my dreams has definitely always been like movies or something. Or, like I've been thinking about trying to do like a model or something. I'm not being like one of those overconfident people, but I know my looks are like there where I could do it. So I always wanted to try that.
No, in my head, I just imagine like the runway music. You know, like walking down the runway in like a Gucci suit.
Like the mind process for me is like, if God give me a body like this, like why would I not use it?
See, you're not flexing.
God give me a body like. God give
I'm not saying I'm the best looking person in the world, but I know I'm not like bad looking.
See, this world is orchestrated in a way that if you want to do something and you have enough determination and drive, and you just annoy people enough, you can do it. Like, okay, on a quick note, right? I've never seen a plus size male model, right? But I've seen.
What do you mean a plus size? What do you mean plus size?
I mean,
big?
Enhanced.
Oh. What kind of descriptions are those? Plus size.
It's plus size. That's in the clothing to put it a plus size.
You mean fat?
No.
He's the F word.
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled. No dream is canceled. No. I've never seen a plus size
Fat.
male model, but I have seen like plus size.
I'm right here, bro.
Stop. You are not no plus.
No.
You plus nah.
1 plus on 3.
But yeah. Anyway, Caleb, any last remarks?
My last remarks.
Yeah.
You better be
No,
better
you know
than
you
last
got,
year.
you know you got dreams, bro. Talking about you want to be a truck driver.
I really don't, bro. Ain't nothing. I hate school.
You need to think.
You want to do nothing?
Oh,
You can do stops.
I was caught in that same type of thing where like I would like be like, there's no point in really like trying to like go after dreams. But everybody obviously has a dream. So if we like you should at least like think about like one type of dream you should want to try to go after. Don't be
like I said, when I get out of high school, I just want to do truck driving.
you don't want to be
doing truck driving for a little bit.
don't be caught in a state where like you don't have like something big. Like I mean, going after something like truck driving is cool and all, but like I mean, I'm not saying it's smaller than everything else, but
Actually,
I don't know.
one thing I
Just
always wanted to do.
go after something that
Just
you
running
think-
up.
One thing I always wanted to do.
Yeah, go as high as you can.
One thing I want to do is I want to buy a house. Like I always think about it. 'Cause I see people who are like, way more unfortunate. Like I always complain because how much stress and how hard it was to find a house this year for mom and dad, and we still didn't find one. And that sucks. Now I look at our house and our house isn't too bad. And I look at other people's houses and I'm like, they have it way worse than we do.
Yeah.
So like one thing I always want to do is like I always want. The reason I say I want to make it my money because I want to have enough money to help people. When I say real estate, that's because real estate makes a decent amount of money. When I do that, I can literally invest into like buying other buildings and stuff, just business.
You could buy a house at 18.
Yeah, I definitely want to have a lot
My
of
dad always thinks I'm just going. He always says, "You just want to go for the money." I'm like, yeah, it's like the main goal, but the money for a good purpose.
You only have a limited amount of time. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time.
Yeah,
You only get one life to live.
you're always gonna be caught between that little
I want to just help people.
between those two ideals.
I'm one of those people that, like, if it comes to time versus money, I'd always go for time. Like, I don't know, that's just the way, like, I guess the personality is something that I'm wired by. I don't know how to explain
My thing is if I'm putting my time into money, then that's gonna give me more time.
How? You can't buy time.
It's not like I'm buying. I know what you're talking about, like time, like spending with them. But like for me, it's like I'm like, it's like instead of like I want to spend my time with my family, but I feel like with me going after the money, I'm gonna make the sacrifice so that they can have more time for themselves.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean that.
No.
I didn't mean like spending time with other people. I just mean like, okay, so this 1 second, right? Boom, I'll never get that back. This second, I'll never get, like, you see what I mean? Like this individual moment, even when I'm by myself.
Seconds don't go well that far.
I mean, still though, like that little, I'm living right now. Like I'm actively like deep. I don't know how to put this, but people understate like the greatness of life. I feel like, hey, I'm just living. But by you living, you can literally have an effect on everything around you. Like the natural state of everything, I can reach out and I can move things. And when I move things, I'm like rearranging molecules just by pushing things. So like you can literally have an impact on the world around you. And like people say that so much, but like by just you being alive, like in this very second, you're changing things. So I don't know. I've just always valued like time over anything else. I know I can't get it back. So like if I had to, so if you had to choose between like a super rich lifestyle but your life is short, or a super long life but you're poor the whole time, what would you choose?
My dad said, he said I don't want to. There's something about I don't want to live. It was talking about
Right now, I choose the rich. Right now, that's
So you choose a. Okay,
I don't want to live to work.
You want to work.
It's something like that.
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah,
You just said something that I had to know what to do. What did you say?
I said right now I choose to live rich.
Oh, okay, so let's say you had 10 years to live.
Yeah.
Would you rather live 10 years super rich or 20 years poor?
10 years super rich. Well, what I need 10 extra years.
What? You live 10 years rich?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about 20 years?
I'll be living them 10 years up too.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
20 years rich.
Those 10 years are gonna be so luxury. It's gonna feel like it's 20 years.
Rich or 50 years poor.
To be honest, once you get out of your teens, life sucks anyway.
By poor, I don't mean sleeping on the streets poor.
I know what you mean.
I mean
you mean not
American
rich.
standards
You mean
poor.
not rich.
Well, not middle class. Like a little bit below that. Like lower middle class. Oh
No, just
my.
play. I just play.
Alright, Kobe, I admire the dedication. You stick to your points. I like that. I don't know. I just rather choose the other one. You know, just a longer life but poor. But I don't know. I definitely want to do my best for this year. You know, like I said, have a little faith, run it up, just try out things. Well, not just try out things, but like just go for it without second guessing. Because like you said, regret can be a big factor in like holding people back. And I just want to be able to like faith is like acting without knowing the outcome of what's gonna happen, right? And like some people like it's not stupidity, right? That's something completely different. But I want to be able to like see an opportunity, and then when I see that, I take it. Like I just take it, and then I don't just take it and then stop. I just take it and I keep going and going and going.
That's not everybody.
Yeah, that's what I want for NoDream this
Everybody.
year too.
Yes, I want that.
Cause like the one song we did blew
Because
up.
we definitely have all the things we need.
Yeah.
Just about our drive and our motivation that we want to achieve. I don't know. I feel like we could do it though.
Like I said with the New Year's song thing that I do where I hit shuffle at midnight, the song got is Everything We Need by Kanye. So we have everything we need. Like the whole song's about how you got everything you need. God's already given it to you.
I think everybody in our group is like on different mindsets though.
Yeah.
Well, there's
yeah,
a few.
we're on different wavelengths.
There's few people who are on different things.
Yeah,
It's all good though.
yeah.
Everybody's gonna think different.
But anyway, we have a lot of things planned for this year. We have a group project we're working on, but I can't say too much into it. I got my own solo thing. Kobe has things now.
I do?
Yeah, you do. Wink, wink. I got a brand new webcam type camera. So once I figure out the editing software is all I need lastly. So we should be able to do videos like normal YouTube content once we figure out how to use it. Yeah, so things are looking up. This year's gonna be really, really good. As long as we're willing to put in the work and just go for it. I think this year's gonna be great.
I expect a lot from this year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't. No, that's fine.
And that's all for the NoDream podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And
Enjoy your year.
we're not at 100 subscribers.
Make the most out of
Come
it.
on now. We're at 96. We need like 4 more people.
That's if you make it to the end of this podcast.
Oh yeah, that is if you made it. I should have put that.
Yeah.
I'll do one of those little pre-recording things that I normally do before the podcast. But yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, all that. If you want to keep up with the rest of NoDream, all of our stuff, you can follow our social medias, our Instagrams,
Follow me.
all that. You can find those
I need
in
more
the
followers.
description down below. And yeah, I guess that's it. We got NoDream,
But the one dream to praise the one king.
And we mean that forever. Eternal.
How's that go?
We got
No dream, but the
one dream to praise the one king.
I came up with that.
To praise the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that bar in a song.
Remember I came up with
No
that?
dream, but the one dream that plays one.
Who did come from the... Who? You?
Who do you think came up with it?
Yeah, true.
Well, alright guys. Peace.